أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد المجيد اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد المجيد أما بعد Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I welcome you all to another class of Tajweed, and inshallah on this week we are going to look into the verse number 12 of Surah Al-Jinn. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وأنا ظننا أن لن نعجز الله في الأرض ولن نعجزه هربا. MashaAllah, after we've had the recitation of the verse, I will now identify the Tajweed rules governing this particular verse. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. وَأَنَّ the nationalization, that is the clear pronunciation of this nasal sound, is what is known as a idharun bigunnatin. That is, these are the rules that are governing nun with shadda and as well as a mim with shadda. Whenever you come across a stretched nun or a stretched mim, what needs to be done is clear pronunciation of the sound, that is the nationalization should be clearly heard. So that is why I said wa anna. Do you understand? And then at the same time I've elongated the sound of the noon to the duration of only 1 second, that is 2 haraka, and this type of elongation is what is known as natural elongation, or we call it the basic elongation. And in Arabic, that is al-madul asli, al-madul asli. So let's move further. Wa anna dhananna. I said dhananna. Again, this is another example of a nun with shadda, that is the stretched nun, which has earlier been identified. And the rule that we can also identify here is the same that is applied to the other one. The clear pronunciation of the nasal sound. Do you understand? Then let's move further. Wa anna dhananna allan nu'jiza Allah. The type of elongation that we can identify here is what is known as al-madul jaiz al-munfasil, which has the duration of either 2 haraka or 4 haraka or 5 haraka. So that is, you are going to extend it to either 1 second, 2 seconds, or 2.5 seconds. So let's move further. وَأَنَّا ظَنَنَّا أَلَّن نُعْجِزَ اللَّهَ. I said أَلَّن نُعْجِزَ اللَّهَ, right? The type of a rule that we can identify on this nun sakina, that is, I said allan because we've not had the sound of the nun. It is the sound of the lam that we've had. So I said allan, that is idghamun kamil. Idghamun kamil, that is perfect assimilation. And it has only two letters whenever they appear immediately after nun sakina or tanween. You are going to assimilate the nun or the tanween into these letters of idgham, that is lam and ra. Do you understand? So that is why I say allan. Do you understand? Allan nu'jiza Allah. The second nationalization, that is, which is applied to the second nun sakina, that is allan nu'jiza Allah. In this place, the letter that occurs immediately after nun sakina happens to be a letter of idgham, which is nun. And this type of rule is known as idghamun naqis, that is partial assimilation. And for the partial assimilation, it has four letters, which include letter ya, nun, wa, and then letter mim. Whenever either of these letters comes immediately after nun sakina, then what needs to be done is you are going to assimilate this nun into the second letter with a couple it with nationalization. I hope we've understood. So the rule that we can identify here is known as idghamun naqis. Allan nu'jizallah. I said nu'jizallah. The first lam in the word of majesty, the sound of it has not been heard. That is a lam ta'rif. So, and this lam has been assimilated into the second one. And the second, and the type of elongation, and the type of rule that we can identify here, in case of lam ta'rif, is what is known as idghamul lam shamsiyya. Idghamul lam shamsiyya. And we've known the letters of idgham lam shamsiyya when you exclude the letters of idhar, which are ibgi hajjaka wa khafa qimahu, then the remaining letters belongs to that of idgham. So whenever immediately after, whenever you come across this, what needs to be done? The sound of the lam will be silent. That is, you are going to assimilate this lam into the second letter that is coming behind it. That is the letter of idgham. And we know that the lam, the second lam, which happens to be among the letters of idgham, so that is why the first letter has been silent. Do you understand? And then at the same place, we said Allah, right? The heavy pronunciation of this lam in the word of majesty is what is known as at-tafkhim, right? So let's go further. وَأَنَّا ظَنَنَّا أَن لَّن نُّعْجِزَ اللَّهَ فِي الْأَرْضِ. I said fil ard. I didn't say fi al ard. Do you understand? I did not elongate the fa. What's happened here? This is another example of the union of two sukun. That is iltiqa'u sakinain. So iltiqa'u sakinain has been discussed on our previous classes. I think that should be on our week 5 or the other. So this is another rule which is governing iltiqa'u sakinain, that is the union of two vowelless letters. And in this case, what has been applied here is what is known as al-hadfu. That is, al-hadfu means elimination. So the first letter which is having the sakin has been eliminated, that is, it has been discarded. Which among them? That is, in the first word fi, so you know it has it ends with a letter of elongation. Do you understand? So which has sakin, right? And then the next letter, which is al-hamzatul wasl, that is the junctive hamza, it has also been discarded. Do you understand? And then it has been the letter fa has been connected with that of the word al-ard. Do you understand? Elimination method, that is al-ahadfu, is applied to the union of two vowelless letters in which the first out of the two comes in a letter of elongation. And we know the letters of elongation are 3 in number. We have the alif mad, wa mad, then ya mad. And as I said earlier, it is done by discarding the first out of the two letters, that is the first which comes in the first word. As we can see here, the first word which ends with fi, ya umad, that is on the word fi. Do you understand? And then together with the al-hamzatul wasl, when we say hamzatul wasl, that is any letter hamza that can only be pronounced only when recitation is to start from it. For example, if I'm to start from the word al-ard, so you can see the al-hamza will now be active. It's going to be al-arb. Do you understand? So, but as long as you are not starting your recitation from there, the letter is going to be silent. So this is how the rule is going to apply. So as long as you are connecting these two words, that is the fi and the al-arud, so the elongation of this first word won't be applied. That is the letter ya will be discarded, as well as the al-hamzatul wasl, which is separating these two words with the letter lam. You can see letter lam is having sakin. That is the second one with sakin. Do you understand? So in this case, the word fi is now going to connect with the next word, al-arud. So it's going to be spelled as fa kasra fi, lam skun, al-hamza fatha, then ra uskun, then dot kasra di. Do you understand? So that is how you are going to read it. Do you understand? So it's going to be said fil out, not fi al out. Do you understand? But in the case in the case whereby you want to stop, you are reciting and you are unable to reach to the end, then you stop at the word fi. You are going to extend its elongation to the duration of that of mad al-asli, that is 1 second. Do you understand? But as long as you are connecting these two words, the elongation won't take effect. Do you understand? So it's going to be read as fil arb. Do you understand? So, and the rule that is applied in this place is what is known as al-hadfu. So that is elimination method in the iltiqa'u sakinain, that is the union of two vowelless letters, and we've seen the vowelless letters in between, which is the first word ends with the ya mad, and then the second word immediately after the hamzatul wasl, the next word, the next letter there is letter lam, which has sakin. Do you understand? So you are going to say fil ard. Do you understand? Then let's move further. وَلَن نُعْجِزَهُ هَرَبًا. The nationalization in this place, this is another rule which is known as idgham naqis. We've earlier identified it, and this is also it has a duration of only two seconds. Do you understand? So وَلَن نُعْجِزَهُ هَرَبًا. I hope you can differentiate this one from the other rule, that is with that of wa'anna. Do you understand? The only difference is that that of a nun shadda, that is the stretch nun and the stretch mim, those ones are independent. Do you understand? But in case of that of idgham naqis, that one is dependent on the letter that comes before it, that is the nun sakina or that of the tanween that precedes it. You understand? So, because if I'm to start from the word nu'jizahu haraba, I'm not going to do the nationalization. But in the case of that of nun, the stretch, the rule that is governing stretch nun and that of stretch mim, you know, they always come in the place in the word that is, they are not depending on any other. So whether you like it or not, whether you are stopping, you are going to make the nationalization. That is the difference between idgham naqis and that of nun shadda when you come across them. You understand? So وَلَن نُعْجِزَهُ هَرَبًا. The letter ha has been elongated. What type of rule can we identify here? That is, what type of elongation is this? This is al-maddu silatu al-qasira. Do you understand? Al-maddu silatu al-qasira. We've discussed about al-maddu sila. Al-maddu sila is a type of elongation that occurs in the masculine ha of pronoun. Do you understand? So it has been discussed on our previous classes. So, and this is one of the example. And this one, it can be elongated to a measure of only 2 vowel counts. That is 2 haraka. That is the duration of 1 second. Do you understand? So وَلَن نُعْجِزَهُ هَرَبًا. You are going to only elongate that ha for the duration of only 1 second. نُعْجِزَهُ هَرَبًا. Do you understand? And if you can look very well, you can see that there is a letter of elongation immediately after the ha. Do you understand? Haraba. The last elongation, which happens to be al-madul iwad, that is whenever you pause on the tanween, which is attached with a letter of elongation. So the rule that we apply there is what is known as al-madul iwad. The tanween we change to single letter or single vowel, that is going to be fatha. You understand? Then you are going to elongate it for only 1 second. Do you understand? So that's why I said haraba. Inshallah, with this, we've come to the end of today's class. And when next we meet, inshallah, we are going to be looking into another surah. May Allah forgive us our sins and grant us Jannatul Firdaus. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.